Welcome to WagerTalk TV. This video is sponsored by YouWager.eu. Get a 50% sign-up bonus when using promo code WT50 when signing up. This offer is exclusive to WagerTalk. Guys, I'm Kelly Stewart, joined by Marco D'Angelo at Marco in Vegas and Ralph Michaels at Cal Sports LV. Make sure you guys are giving both of them a follow on Twitter. Let's talk about some Big Ten basketball Sunday. Side note, we're shooting, it is Wednesday, so we do not have the lines out yet. I'm going to use Ken Palm's line, Michigan State -3. Marco, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come out quite that high. I'm looking for it to be more like 1.5 in this game, but obviously Michigan State, this is a team for me, this is my best team in the Big Ten. I know Michigan.
I agree with you. They sure look like it.
Michigan was undefeated until the other day, and then last night they had, a close game. But that was off their first loss. Expected them to have a little bit of a flat spot. I actually gave Minnesota out as a free play. But here with Michigan State, this is a bad scheduling spot for them. This is going to be their third game this week. They played on Monday night. They play again on Thursday, and then they play Sunday. Purdue's only playing 2 games this week. Not only do they have the benefit of more rest, but they're playing their game on Wednesday, so they get that extra day to prepare to Sunday with rest. And I think that's going to be a big factor here. And we know how tough it is to go through the whole conference card, these spots where you get the home crowd, look at it be an isolated game, national TV on Sunday. I'm looking to the Purdue side.
Well, to be fair, Purdue has a little extra rest, but they played Saturday where Michigan played Sunday. So if we go back to Saturday, they've each played 3 games in that span with 1 extra day. But, I look at Purdue and people say, what's wrong with the Boilermakers? They're 12-6. They were one of my top 20 teams coming in. And but, you have 3 losses to ACC teams on the road or neutral settings, Florida State, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame. You have losses to Michigan State and Michigan, and then you have a loss to Texas. So all your losses were on the road or neutral. You are now at home where you're 9-0 straight up, 6-3 ATS. You haven't been a conference home dog in 4 years. You've only been a conference home dog once in 3 years. That was to Villanova a couple years ago. And then you have the best player in the Big Ten, or second best, Happ or Edwards, whichever way you go. Edwards has scored 19 points or more in every game this year, except that Michigan State game. He was 2 of 13 shooting, only scored 11 points. I think him playing them the second time at home will benefit. And, Michigan State is as efficient as they come in offense, efficient as they come in defense. But, what's shocking to me, Michigan State's defense this year is number 347 in the country in forcing turnovers. Wow. 347 out of 353 teams. That's not the defense you are normally seeing with Michigan State. Yes, they play well. Yes, they stop you shooting, but they don't force turnovers. They don't get a lot of steals. They're number 260 in steals. So if Purdue's getting more than a basket at home, I am clearly on them. If it's close to a pick 'em, I'm probably on them, depending on how the Ohio State game plays out. But I think Purdue turned the corner. When they beat Wisconsin on the road in overtime, that was the turning point for me, that they are back to where they need to be.
Throw one last thing into you. We don't have our buddy Brian Leonard here, but think about Sunday when John Q. Public looks down the card and they see, Michigan State -1.5.
Well, Purdue's a 1-point favorite tonight versus Ohio State, and that's exactly what I told everybody tonight. There's a reason why they're a 1-point favorite on the road. This team is better than, as like Ralph said, than their record.
Yeah, and Ohio State, just talking about that game, Ohio State's 12-5, Purdue's 12-6. That's why it's a 1-point favorite. But you look at strength of schedule, it's night and day of recent markup. One reason, though, we talked to bookmakers on the Las Vegas Sports Line with Dave in the afternoon, and you're on Fridays, I know that. Part of the reason they're struggling, the books are not doing as well as they have, are teams like Michigan State. Michigan State's 15-4 ATS this year. So they are a public team, and those public keep riding those teams.
But I made the mistake of stepping in front of them. I think it was Monday night. It might have been last night. That's how much I just didn't watch the game.
Monday night.
Because it was absolutely brutal. And I said, why did I step in front of this freight train? So, Marco, give me some reasons why you're stepping in front of the freight train.
The thing of it is like I said, you're going to look at this and you're going to look to that first meeting. And this is the second meeting, and I like to look at, we overuse revenge. But when you got blown out on the road the way they did, it's going to look too easy for the public to grab Michigan State here.
Especially a short number.
It's a short number. I'm looking at the dog here, and, again, I'm taking a little bit of it with the scheduling advantage that Purdue has. It's not a big one, but it's still some. And being a single, Sunday game, you got a reduced card on Sundays. We know that. This is a nationally televised game. This is the best game that'll be on the card Sunday. that home crowd's going to be crazy. If they played 10 times, Michigan State probably wins 7 or 8 of them. But this is one of those times where the setting is just right for them. You come up with the big home, they're not a big home dog, but it'll be a big home win over Michigan State.
If they're a home dog, they'll have a chip on their shoulder.
Absolutely. All right, great stuff from both guys. This video is sponsored by YouWager.eu. Get a 50% sign-up bonus when using promo code WT50 when signing up.